So y'all get what I'm saying? It's like this is an inheritance test. You see what I'm saying? I guess y'all like, well, what test? What test is it? Tired of hearing about this test. Me too. I am too. But it's like, let's say you the heir of a throne, and they left something to you. Somebody was just goofing off, kept the device. Somebody just kept whatever that was. It's like it's passed down, and it's like it gives you. I think that thing is gonna be eradicated. Like I don't even think you need it or something. There's something about it, but it's ancient. It ain't nothing like what y'all. It ain't nothing like that Diddy stuff now. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but it ain't nothing like that now. This is it ain't nothing like that now. It's something that can be abused and fall into that category, but it ain't nothing like that. What I mean by that, they'll keep you trapped. Like it's just a way for them to test. In this situation, it's like a way to test all, and especially if you're alone, if something doesn't happen to your flame that's supposed to came to you, because it's like y'all gatekeepers, both of y'all, and it's like it register your oil and it bring the address to you, because you're supposed your lover. This is like how it was in the past when it's still going on. It's supposed to be still going on, but since it's not, this is what's going on. Where these two kings and queens supposed to come together, pour a knot, be with each other. And somebody just playing, goofing off, messed all that up, trying to plot and get money. You know what I'm saying? Just didn't see the seriousness in it. So what they do is they use this device. This is an ancient one I'm talking about, and it sends your stuff to you, and it lets the universe know this is who you're supposed to be blessed, this is who you're supposed to be giving everything, this is what you're supposed to do. And they give you stuff, like let's say they putting Elijah together. They put Elijah together with all this stuff, and somebody stole it. Somebody stole it and made themselves Elijah, basically. It ain't how it worked now. I'm just using that as an example now. This can work for anybody. But I'm saying if they give you parts, it's like, it's an inheritance, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they're giving you the heir of the throne. The device is a way for the data, GPS, to go to you. And it's like the energy shift around. That's why like king and queen, same thing they were talking about back in the day. They just didn't show all this stuff or talk about this. And that's when they say you can't be the heir of the throne. I need somebody else to be the heir of the throne because there's been too much darkness. They say you got two boys. I don't want you to be the heir of the throne. You got to be the heir of the throne. They give them this thing, and that's something like that right there. But I don't think you have to use that. Well, you might do. You might do if it's been used on you. I don't know about that part. I don't really know about that thing either. I was supposed to. Well, it could have been two people and they just chose the wrong person. And it went to, it don't matter. God working it out. It's a headache. It's a headache. But so when I looked into it, and I was like, you know, maybe I was supposed to still give the energy to these. We tried that, and that was the original plan, since we knew they already screwed up everything. But somehow, my oil wreaking havoc, bro. It was making things worse, even though it seemed like it was getting better. It was making things worse. Like some really, really wicked people were starting. First off, wicked people were starting to get blessed, and secondly, the wickedness started to grow. Like it was just something we didn't want to see on the surface, bro. It was real bad. It was real bad. So it was like safer to take me out the equation. Just like I said, why I was right when I kept saying somebody took me out my own purpose. That's all it is. So, you know, I ain't got no hard feelings about it. I want God to take care of it and fix it. I still don't know what that is. And I'm still gonna go over it. I'm gonna go over it with God before anything. And you know, y'all screwed it up, you know what I'm saying? And like God was cool, we were cool with it first, cause it's an ancient way of doing things or something. It's the way it works. You pass it down, and it's like you do this, and they start giving you all this stuff that you ain't never had. But somebody took all that. Somebody took all that. But it don't work like that. So don't nobody think about, oh, we can do that. You can't do that. It don't work. It just mess up the energy in the atmosphere. It mess up the energy in the people. It transforms the people. It warps their minds. It's not worth it. Go talk to the people that's involved. I'm telling y'all, I seen this before somewhere. I just didn't know what went on. A long time ago, I was probably about 6 years old, 7 years old, and I was on a block. Well, you know, the house was on the block. This whole block was a block. You know, you couldn't see the road because there was so many people out here. And I remember because my mama wasn't nothing but a little goon, and she stayed in the street. Bless her heart. And she was like, somebody not back then, real bangers out here, some real gangsters now. I ain't saying these ain't real, but I'm saying these was some that they was intelligent, they was smart, they knew things were wrong when they were wrong, they fixed it. They didn't just, yeah, I'm a gang on you, I'm a bang on you. I'm gonna shoot you for no reason at all, none of that. I don't know what that is, bro. But these were real, when they were real, they were strong. And so something got out here and it just wreaked havoc out here, boy. People were going crazy. People were just losing it and fighting over something. And I just didn't know what it was 'cause I was so young. And I think I remember, I could be wrong now about this because I'm just 4 or 6 years old. But I remember somebody coming to the house and they were making them put something up. Get rid of that thing, get rid of it. And they cleaned up. There was a lot of people getting cleaned up out here. Cause it wreaked havoc, boy. It was just something was wrong with it. And you know, I think it's a lot of stuff like this be made and it's straight. But in this case, with this particular thing, it ain't straight. It wreaks havoc. It's something wrong something always go dark and horribly wrong. And that dude, I think that dude stayed here and watched them put it up. And he told them make sure they never bring it out again. And I remember one time my grandma, there was something going on in the energy. And my grandma, she knew about it and she said, go get, she knew where it was. She said, because nobody could find it. But my grandma was so in tune, she knew where the energy started at. She said it's over there somewhere or something like that. I guess, I can't remember this, neither I was too young. But I remember a guy going over to a woman's house and jaking it from her because she fell on the ground. And they went and took it. I don't know what they got out here, bro. It's just crazy. I still don't know what was going on, though. But I'm starting to remember when the hood went crazy, bro. I remember it was like, people was out here losing it. And I wonder if this is what's going on, this same thing. If this is what's going on, it's on a whole nother scale, because here it was just in the neighborhood, but it looked like this done got out, you know. This is out, bro. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. But this like an era thing though. It's normal. I looked it up. I thought I was kind of scared to talk about it. I was like, what am I, a machine? Am I even human? You know, that's what I was thinking. Then I finally got the nerves up to look it up, and I said, oh, hell, this is all this is. And that's all it is. It's just like an address book. There ain't nothing to it. They shouldn't be playing with it. Normally, you're supposed to give it to the person that it's handed down to, period. You ain't supposed to play with it. Anybody normal would have did that, just give it to that person. But these people might have did something like this before, or played with something like this before and got away with it. You thought you got away with it. You never got away with it. You just didn't get karma time. You didn't recognize the karma you was getting. Some of y'all lost your minds. You might be riding in nice stuff. You might be living in nice stuff, but your mind ain't right. I know your mind ain't right, because I know some of y'all, your mind ain't right. But anyway, but that's it. So I don't want y'all out there thinking, oh, what are you talking about? This ain't no Diddy story, and this, you know, no offense or nothing. This ain't nothing like that. It's literally a royalty thing. It's a royalty thing. It's an air thing. It's like, it might not be no money. I don't see no money. But it gotta be some money somewhere. 10-10 when I say that, 10-11 as I'm finna speak on it. It gotta be some money somewhere. Cause every time I do that tell everybody looking happy. And now you need to put that back together. You need to put this back together. You need to put this back together. That ain't what we gonna do here. I'm not gonna help you sacrifice me and then lose my soul for doing that. Let's not be so foolish. Let's stop being foolish. I'm not doing that. It don't matter if I was unalive. I got 2 to 3 more years left to be woke back up. Let's not be foolish. You need to put all this back together or whatever y'all got going on, if I'm right. I think I'm right though. If y'all playing with something, 'cause like I said, I went to jail looking for something. And then I left that girl here in my house. And I think she got somebody to find it for her and been playing with it ever since. You need to put everything back together, fix all this, and let's get this show back. Let's get this show back to moving if that's what God wants. Let's get this show back started if that's what God wants. Otherwise, ain't no moving, bro. Everybody gonna stay stagnated. Everybody gonna stay stagnated because that's dangerous. Because it's warping energy. I can see it. Y'all should be able to see it, but you've been living in your sin for so long, you can't tell how the energy is when you're not sinning. And that's bad. There's a lot of people out here in the world like that. Y'all gotta slow down. Even when I was out there in the world, I made sure to spend time with my sound-minded self just as well as I was when I was with my addict self. And let's just say that. It could be say anything. Or my of the world self. Let's just say that. Or my other world self. I would swap it up. If I went too long, if I had a whole week of partying, that next week I was suffering. You better know, go ask somebody. I think I had a girl with me. And she said, you really gonna heal just to go to work? I said, yeah. She said, that's gonna be hard to do. And then she watched me for a long time. When I did have issues, she watched me indulge in it from Monday through Friday. No. I was sober Monday through Friday, and the weekend I was gone. Monday through Friday sober, weekend I was gone. She like, how you doing that? That should kill you, bro. I said, I don't know. It don't bother me. I got used to it. I be dried up at work. By Wednesday, I'll be back to normal already. Coming back to partying like that. I used to ask my boys about it from the street. Cause we had started working together, and we talked about it, and we go through the same thing. By Wednesday, yeah, feel bad. But Thursday, Friday get here, you be almost ready. Weekend get here, you be tore up. Party like a rock star. Monday dragging. Boy, that was a rough life. That's the roughest life you can choose to live. Ooh, I was dragging, but somehow that helped me because the stuff that I was on was very addictive. And a lot of people that was on it around the time I was on it really got turned out by it and never came back. You know what I'm saying? Never got their life back right. But me, since I was working and stuff, and held it under the radar pretty good. You know, I wasn't never overly doing stuff anyway. When it was time for me to quit, I quit. And I just utilized working to do it. I just got tired of it one day. Woke up one day, got tired of it, and just quit. And I kept working. I sweated off. I worked out a lot at work because we had a gym. I worked out a lot. And I just sweated off. Before you know it, I was sober. Just utilized my surroundings. I didn't tell nobody though. I didn't talk to nobody about it. I didn't say, I want to do this. I ain't do none of that. I just secretly did it. And some people, I will even act like I'm still doing it, but I ain't doing it no more. Until I got up the heart to say, I don't even do that no more. I finally quit. Because I was too weak to say it before. And I was scared they were going to tempt me. So it was all kind of stuff I used to do. I was wild. 1444. But that was my working life now, not my street life. But I ain't telling nobody to do that now. If you ain't doing that, don't start doing no. Don't. That's a dangerous life to live. I'm trying to do this to help heal people that's going through it, and let you know that you can work and heal yourself. No matter what position of life you're in, no matter what condition you're in, you can heal. Trust me, you can heal. I've been free and clear from drugs for a long time now. Almost 10 years probably. Well, 7 years. Almost 7 years. Like from everything just about. I've been walking sound-minded for about 7 years now. At least. You know what I'm saying? No drinking, no nothing. It's been about 5 to 7 years probably. And hell, I'm proud of myself because, like I said, I started off real young, as a teenager. And weed was like an extension of myself. So I ain't dissing weed or nothing. But I just want to see how I feel to be sound-minded, 16, 11. And I was already alone, hell. You know, well, I had women, but I'm the kind of guy, if I ain't chilling with my girl and we riding out doing things, I'm by myself. I don't ride around with people like that. I don't do that. And I protect myself. And I protect whoever I got with me. That's the kind of guy I always have been. Now, when I'm on the block now, you okay, with my boy, whatever. You know, when my brother was living, when I was younger, when people, you know, you really, really deal with. But when a lot of them died and stuff, I stayed by myself. And if I did everything with my woman, everything except for whatever they got going on now. I don't know what all that is. But I did everything with my woman. You know, partied, everything. I did everything with my woman though. Went places, took them out, made sure she was happy. Whoever she was. You know what I'm saying? Every other weekend I would do something special for my woman and have nobody else around me, because I was always somebody everybody wanted to be around, because I kept a studio and stuff. But every other weekend I made sure to dedicate it to my woman, and she got it. And it was good for her too, because every other weekend she was gone. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't care. Hey, I didn't care. You know, and I mean, she was home at a reasonable time to be home, but she was going out with her friends. And there wasn't no argument. That was the plan. And every other weekend, you know, we were together. And the other weekend I was in the studio working. And the other weekend I made sure to do everything with her, take her out, whatever. But, you know, you really can't enjoy nothing like that if you putting that energy in other people. So it's like, we really didn't enjoy it. We really didn't enjoy it like we wanted to. She was, like my ex-wife, one time took her to a cabin house. And she was a great cook, but I wanted to cook out. And they had this crazy grill out there. And I wanted to cook out. And the cops came. And I'm already nervous because I'm dirty. And the cops came. And I think I smoked a little bit with my ex-wife, and she don't typically smoke, and she kind of was blowing my eye because she was already acting crazy. And so the cops came and he said, we heard about some activity around here, some animal activity, and bear or something. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. And so he left. I'm out there cooking, and I see this bear out there. Man, I grabbed that food. I took it in the eyes. Well, you gonna have to cook this. Ain't no way in the hell I'm going back out there. That bear was huge, bro. That was a big bear, bro. I ain't had no guns or nothing on me. That was a huge bear. I said, oh, hell no. And it was like the bear was finna walk up the steps to the meat. And I said, no, mm-mm. I said, this is a man's world, and I ain't one of them. Hurry up and shut the door. Shut the door, bro. But I always did something for him, bro, and it balanced out good, you know. We ain't had no problem. I thought we didn't have no problem. I did that for all my girls. Well, when I finally got my security together. But I guess I went all out of place with this one. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, so when it come down to that stuff, I just want to really let y'all know that I think it's some kind of, I don't know what the hell it is really, but it's somehow necessary. I don't know what it is, but it's somewhat legit. For now, it's somewhat legit. Until God make it where they ain't gotta use something like that. It make you wonder though, what is it? But it look like it been here for a long time. It been around for a long time. It wasn't supposed to go this way. It was like the test was supposed to build up the person, and somebody was supposed to acknowledge the person, give the person the credit and the money, and everything was supposed to go right. It's like the people didn't even know this shit going on. Like somebody swapped their energy real good, goofing off. Somebody was playing too much. And when you swap energy in this situation, it's got to stay that way until the energy come all the way back around to you. It's like somebody was goofy. Oh, they didn't know no better. They didn't know no better. Somebody thought it was a joke. Somebody was a narcissist. I don't know. But it looked like it was important. I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying it's good, and I'm not saying it's bad. I don't know what it is. But it looked like it was of importance. And I just go to God about it. And even if you bring it to my attention, and even if they fix everything, I'm still going to go to God about it. Because I take my soul serious, bro. I take my soul serious, bro. I don't know how y'all playing and moving out there, but I ain't never played with my soul. I take my soul, I take my essence serious. And I got my little female, my angels out there. One of them want my essence to go to their little boyfriend. Baby girl, that ain't happening. And even if it did, it better come back like it's supposed to. You ain't finna manipulate me out of nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like whatever that thing is so powerful, it'll make you give your essence to somebody else by accident. Let me tell y'all something out there. If y'all need that test and you need something or whatever, my essence, see, you probably got away with it with people before because they don't recognize soul, energy, and essence. I do, and I ain't playing with y'all about it. So you either fix this and make it right, and we do this shit 100 like real businessmen and women, or we ain't gonna do it at all.